All right, how does selling your house to a professional home buyer work? So you've seen these signs, we buy houses or we buy ugly houses, and you probably see them online, and chances are you're on our website right now and seeing that we'll SellMichaelYourHouse.com, we buy houses. So the way it works is the first step is you go online and you fill out a form, and it'll give us your address and your contact information and ask you a few other questions about your house. And then from there, the first step we'll do is we'll go out and look at that property online and get an idea of what those properties sell for in that area. And then we'll also look at that property and say, is this in an area that we're currently buying in? And if it is in an area we're currently buying in, typically we buy in some blue collar and white collar neighborhoods. We don't buy in the really the higher violence areas. We don't buy those as much, but we tend to buy within 30 minutes of Cleveland, Bradley County, Hamilton County, which is Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then, so from there, if it's a property we're in the area we're interested in, we'll call you up and we'll talk to you about the property and walk through the house over the phone and find out what does this property need to be done to it so that we could sell it on the MLS. So we'll get a sense of ballpark. What's it going to cost us in repairs to get it fixed up so we can sell it? And then from there, we'll kind of talk to you and say, okay, ballpark, what are you wanting to sell it for? And we'll get an idea based on what we think we can sell it for, minus what we're going to have to spend on it, and minus cushion or profit margin and margin of safety. What can we buy it for? And then we'll find out what your price ballpark is. And if we're within some sort of reasonable number, we'll come out at that point and do an inspection on the house and just kind of firm everything up. If we're way apart, we'll kind of say, look, we're quite a bit apart. So if you're thinking, hey, I want 200,000, and we're thinking we can't give you more than 100 grand for this, we'll just say, hey, we're too far apart, and then we can kind of part ways and save you some time. But if we are somewhere in the same ballpark, we'll come out and look at it with you, meet with you, and maybe a 30-minute meeting, and just inspect the house, walk through, maybe check underneath the house, walk through the house and see if there's anything that we didn't catch on the initial phone interview, get up on the roof, look at that. And then there we'll be able to give you a firm offer, right there. And with that firm offer, there's no cost, there's no fees, there's no obligation. So if you say, you know what, I don't want it, you're not out anything, you're not obligated to sell. But if you do want to sell, we can get the contract together, and then we can close as soon as you want or as long as you want. Some people want to close in 2 weeks, some people want to close in 3 months. We're real flexible on that. It's one of the advantages of selling to professional home buyers. We don't have any specific timetable. And we buy them as is. Then the only cost you're going to have, since we don't charge any fees when we buy them, we don't have a realtor commission of 6% or any other add-on fees. The only things you'll pay at closing is if you've got a mortgage on the property, you'll have to pay that off. If there's any property taxes or any other liens against the property that you owe, that's what's going to come out. And then there's maybe like a $200 charge that the title company charges for processing it. But as far as that, there's hardly any fees. But if you're interested in selling or you want to hear more about the process, give us a call or send us an email, and we'll be glad to talk with you and see if we've got a potential match there, and we'd be happy to buy your property.